To do and not to do. Sit on your hands, probably the best advice I can give people, especially when you come into a lot of money until you get comfortable with having that wealth. Probably sit on your hands. Don't splurge, don't get emotional, don't make poor choices. We had a call the other day and we talked about I actually went out to dinner with a very wealthy individual. He structured multiple billion-dollar deals out in Silicon Valley, been in the game a long time. I've worked with Apple and Bank of America back in the day. We were talking about things and he said, sometimes it's best to just wait 24 hours. If you're ever caught up in emotion or thinking through something and it's weighing on you or you feel like you urgently need to make a decision, sometimes it's best to sit with yourself and reflect on that and make sure it's the right thing. And if 24 hours you still want to do it, cool. But a lot of the time, after some time passes, you may not have that same urgency to get something done. So those would just be a few things. Take your time, educate yourself, make sure you're positioning yourself well. I would recommend most people set up at least an LLC if you've got north of $50,000 to $80,000 in crypto. Structure a company to manage those assets. If those are in your personal name and you're selling them or you're using to produce income, you're going to be stuck with the taxes. And I'm just like everybody else. I hope the IRS just completely goes away. Believe me. But you still want asset protection, and you're going to get that if you set up a Wyoming LLC and it's, you got the corporate veil intact. If you've done all the corporate governance and the filings and everything the way that you should, you're doing the meeting minutes, board resolutions, and you've issued the stock and all the stuff that we work with our paralegal group to do. If you've done all that, you're going to get, a lot of protections. You get charging order protection there in Wyoming. So if somebody sues you personally, they won't be able to get those assets. Very similar to a trust. You're not going to get the probate protection that you would with a trust with this LLC, but it's immediately going to have some creditor protection if you've done it the right way. And you can do things to amplify that. You can put the first lien against the company by yourself so that if somebody else comes to sue you, you get the assets before they do. A lot of things we structure that way. You can put minority interest on the cap table, add people to the bank accounts. There's a lot of things that you can put in place to make a company far less valuable, one, and two, mitigate the risk of anybody being able to take anything from you or freeze your bank accounts. We work with people to do all of that and more. Establish the company, move your assets in there without any tax implications, set things up the right way to manage your digital assets, pay yourself, mitigate taxes, and also have the most flexibility on the other side of price appreciation to establish your estate, your trusts, and all the other stuff that people want to put together, insurance policies, buy large toys, all the fun stuff.